From diversity comes equality.
Everyone changes. That's how the world works. I'm scared.
Step forward and accept the burden of heredity.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Comic Frontline. Jay here with a special video today. Today I'm going to be doing a 101. Now normally 101s are handled by Kat. Where, if you're not familiar with the 101, it's basically a rundown of the history of a certain character, group, or book. Kat is great at these. She's very knowledgeable. She gives you all the info you need, certain books to pick up. Well, sometimes Kat is not familiar with a certain character, team, or book, and she gets requests, a lot of requests from people. So I thought I would take one of the ones that she wasn't really that familiar with, but she's trying to get into because of Miss Marvel, which is Inhumans. So I volunteered to do this. This won't be a reoccurring thing for me. It might be a once in a while if Kat needs a little, someone to help her out with one, I'll do that, but this is not going to be a normal thing for me to do. So I'll put the link of the description, the link to the person's channel who actually requested Kat to do this one in the description below. Alright, so the Inhumans. What do you need to know about the Inhumans? Now, the Inhumans are a race in the Marvel Universe. They were created by the great legendary team of Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. You want to know, anything about the Marvel Universe, those two basically created the Marvel Universe. You can basically say that. Those two are legends in their own right, and they're a legendary team together. So they created the Inhumans. They debuted in one of the Fantastic Four issues. What happened is, millions of years ago, the Kree and the Skrulls were at war, which they still are to this day. The Kree had an outpost near our planet. I think it was Uranus that they were at. And they observed that the Celestials gifted humanity with certain genetic structure that will allow them to be more than just normal people. Basically, they set up the the possibility for mutations and metahumans within the human species. So the Kree thought we could use this experiment on them a little bit, and we can create our own race of soldiers to help us in the Skrull war. And they started that. So when they got so far, they realized there was a prophecy. They heard of a prophecy that one of these experimentations would be the end of the Kree Supreme Intelligence. So they backed up and they abandoned their project. They left. Now, skip forward to current day. There was a race of, they lived in secret for the millions of years that they existed. Their advanced technology, advanced culture, everything. So it's kind of like almost an Atlantis type feel to them. But there already is Atlantis in Marvel Universe. These are more on that lines. Now, the humans themselves experiment with mutations by using the mutagenetic Terrogenesis. Now, the Terrogenesis has changed over the years to where it was you would breathe in the vapors, that you would walk into like almost a Lazarus pit, Fountain of Youth type thing. It was like a big pool of the mist, and they would walk down into it and they would emerge back up as their mutations. There's been all kinds of things. You can see the difference between post-End Day with Quicksilver using the mist to post-Infinity now, where we are now, where they're in cocoons and, it takes time for them to grow in there. So there is a difference that has evolved over the years with that. Normally, the Inhumans are ruled by the royal family, which is Black Bolt and his queen Medusa. They got other royal family members like Crystal, who has a daughter with Quicksilver. There's all kinds of other Inhumans. Some of them look like a Minotaur. You got They got different powers. Crystal like controls the elements and stuff like that. So you got different powers for different people. It's supposed to be like brings out a part of who you are inside. Black Bolt can't speak because if he speaks, it's a loud noise and like his voice, a mere whisper out of his voice can shatter a building. So Medusa has the long hair that moves. There's all different kinds of Inhumans. Now, the Inhumans were ruled by a royal family, and there was a caste system. These group of people did this group of people did that, this group of people did this group of people are the royals. So it's kind of like an old school thing, but they were also very modern. They were very advanced in technology. Now, if you want to find out more about the Inhumans, I say read the early stuff, the Kirby Lee stuff. That's good because it lays down that foundation. They play heavily into a lot of the Fantastic Four stuff because Johnny and Crystal went out. They also play into some of the X-Men stuff and Avengers because more of the Avengers, not X-Men. I'm sorry, because she married Quicksilver, Crystal. So you got that whole aspect. I really liked, and I'm kind of a minority in this because I really liked Heroes Reborn. So I really liked how Heroes Reborn did the Inhumans. I would check out the Heroes Reborn Fantastic Four series because that's just a great series and the humans are great in it. Then you have the more modern day where there was a Inhumans series. It didn't last very long. It lasted a couple years. I think it lasted like 2 years maybe. And then you got the current day where we got more humans than ever before because we find out during Infinity that the humans actually broke off into tribes. Some of them are in different planets they went to. Some of them all around the world. So Inhumans have been bred throughout the world because people who don't even know that they're Inhumans are walking around. Black Bolt released the Terrogenesis in Infinity, and now everyone on Earth who has even a slither of Inhuman DNA is being transformed into their powers. Some are being twisted, some are being created into heroes, like Miss Marvel, which is a great book. I mean, if you want a really good book, pick up that one. You will not be disappointed with Miss Marvel. I recommend for current reads, pick up Inhuman. It's a new ongoing. There's one issue out so far, and the first issue really recaps a lot of what the Inhumans are at this point. So if you want to know what they are currently, because I said they have changed over the years, you want to know what they are currently in the Marvel Universe, pick up issue 1 of Inhuman. And that's a really good jumping on point for all of the Inhuman stuff. You can also pick up Inhumanity number 1 and number 2. And like I said, pick up Miss Marvel because it's a really good book. She's an Inhuman, and it shows you the Terrogenesis from a different point of view. So, with that said, check out the rest of Kat's 101s. She did some really great 101s over the past couple years. If you don't see them on Comic Frontline, go to our archive, which is Dark Avenger Inc., and you can see more of her 101s there. She has covered so much ground on them and did such a great job. Everyone should go check them out. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline, check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for
all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.